Hello everybody, my name is SimK and I'd like to welcome you guys back to Tuesdays with K. Now today, I'm going to be reviewing this guy. This is the Kimura Duo by Antlion Audio. Now for anybody who's not familiar with Antlion Audio, I did a mod mic wireless review of them about 5 months back. They're also very well known for the mod mic in general. It's kind of their calling card. But for the sake of clarity, they did send me this microphone for a review. It will not influence any of my opinions. I am not being paid to give a review. They just sent this to me to give it a shot and see what I thought. But first, let's go ahead and show you guys what you get in the box. Of course, you're going to get the headset with the microphone pre-attached. Already attached, you're going to get a lapel pin down transmitter so that you can plug this into, say, a pair of speakers or into a phone if you wish. You are also going to get some extra rubber earbuds in order to fit your particular ear size. You're going to get a case that you can carry around your gear in, and you're going to get some documentation. Okay, let's go ahead and run down the specs for the in-ear monitors themselves. We have a dynamic driver, balanced armature, sensitivity of 125 decibels, not A-weighted, an impedance of 24 ohms, and a frequency range of 10 Hz to 30 kilohertz. The connector is, of course, the standard MMCX, which means that if you want to plug in a different set of cables into these, you absolutely can. Now let's run down for the microphone itself. The frequency response is 100 Hz to 10 kilohertz. Sensitivity is -42 plus or minus 3 decibels, not A-weighted. Signal to noise ratio is 60 minimum decibels, also not A-weighted. And there seems to be no self-noise listed, which would make sense as this is probably a passive capsule, as most headset microphones are. Alright, let's go ahead and talk about some of the coolest things that I thought about this. One big thing is that, like I said, this uses the standard MMCX, which for anybody who has a pair of in-ear monitors, I do. I have a pair of very nice in-ear monitors that I use in order to edit all of my content, as well as over-ear monitors, of course. This is a standard, it's not a proprietary connection or anything. It's a very standardized connection, very nice to deal with, meaning that you could actually take this cable and plug it into a pair of in-ear monitors of any kind. So say you have like a $1,000 to $2,000 pair of in-ear monitors. You want to add a microphone to them. You can do that. And you even have a down mixer if you need to plug it into your preamp or your DAW or whatever you need. You can do that. I think that that is a very good ideology. You know, you're getting a lot for that. They do actually also sell the cable itself if you already have a pair of in-ear monitors. I believe the cable, like it's the microphone basically. The microphone is $60, somewhere in that range. The Duo itself is $150. So let's go ahead and talk about the build quality. Build quality is absolutely fantastic. For the in-ear monitors, feels amazing. It's really high quality, either some sort of resin or very high quality plastic. Something very high quality. It feels excellent. Whenever I touch them, I feel like they feel very good. A good high quality plastic with in-ear monitors should feel like glass, and that's exactly what these feel like. It feels like I'm holding some glass. The only reason why you know it's plastic, you tap on it, sounds like plastic. So very impressed with that. They seem to have really like partnered with some people who knew how to make in-ear monitors and really put in a lot of effort into making these feel great. The microphone itself, pretty standard for a headset microphone. All metal body going down this thing. It is flexible metal in the arm right here. The end is metal. Cable feels nice, rubber. It's made out of rubber, feels like a pretty decent rubber. The cable is thin. I do feel like it could end up having some sort of structural integrity because it is so thin. I would have loved to see sort of a braided cable or something along those lines. You know, this is $150. And I'll get more into this as we go along. So let's go ahead and do a plosive test first at a normal range of what you'd be talking like right here. So pop goes the weasel, pippity pop, Susa seashells by the seashore. Pop goes the weasel, pippity pop, Susa seashells by the seashore. All right, now with it out of my ear and about 4 inches away from my mouth, pop goes the weasel, pippity pop, Susa seashells by the seashore. Pop goes the weasel, pippity pop, Susa seashells by the seashore. And let's go ahead and demonstrate something like if you had a fan turned on or something and you happen to be in a Zoom call. So I'm going to do a wind test. We're going to have a small little light. You got your fan on low setting and it's like oscillating or something. So now say you have your fan full blast. It's really hot and you have it pointed directly at you. Alright, and let's go ahead and do a polar pattern test. Like I said, this is omnidirectional, so should be able to hear me on all sides. The only change in difference is as I move further away from it or get closer to it. So I'm going to go ahead and talk into the microphone as I spin it around here. Try to maintain the same distance. You should be able to hear me all the way around, except for when I get back here. Should fall off quite a bit back there. But yeah, I should be able to hear me all around pretty consistently. Should sound the same all the way around. So here you go. This is what it sounds like. All right, and I am going to go ahead and demonstrate a background noise test, or the clicky clicky and typey test, as I have so lovingly started to call it. This test will indicate like if you're having to do some work or anything, or if you decide to use this for streaming, how it will react to that background noise. So let's go ahead and do the intense one where I go nuts on the keyboard, and then we'll slow it down and do WASD keys. Hit that enter button a couple times. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and start with the WASD keys. Pressing on that, the space bar, the R key, clicking on my mouse, kind of giving it everything that you would kind of do inside of a game. Pretty standard key combinations right here. So this will give you an idea of like if you're playing a video game. Okay, and let's see if there are any kind of frequencies that travel up as if I touch the cable, say, you have to shuffle, you have to maneuver and all that kind of stuff. Let's see if that travels up into the microphone. So I'm going to go ahead and start kind of low on the cable, around midway, and just... Okay. Let's go ahead and move up to right below this split connector right here. And just touch right there. Ooh. It's real dry right there. I don't know why. Okay, and then I'll do each of the cables. First of all, of course, the cable that is going to the ear opposite of the microphone. See if it's picking that up. Real dry there too. Maybe my fingers are just dry. Alright, and then of course the big one, cable that is going to the microphone's part. Okay. So, what are my final thoughts and conclusions? First of all, let me talk about the coolest thing. I already mentioned it earlier in the video. That freaking connector, the fact that they didn't go with a proprietary connector, it shows that they're not vain and they're not, and I apologize for using this, up their own ass. I know that I don't swear that often inside of chooses with K, but really it has to be said. A lot of companies would get up their own ass about this and would use some sort of stupid proprietary connector. Antlion, they, of course, they were literally designed around the fact of being able to get audio on anything that you want to use. With the over-ear design set, being able to just stick it right on the thing. That was their entire thing. And of course, in-ear monitors have a connector, and they knew that, and they worked with that, and I love it. They managed to figure out a way to have that MMCX connector do what they wanted it to do, and I love it. So that's probably my favorite thing, because it means that, you know, say you're an audio engineer and you're using your in-ear monitors. You have to get on a Zoom call or something. You don't want to go grab, you know, some crazy, like go grab one of your microphones and have to set it all up in front of your workstation while you're working and doing all that kind of stuff. You don't got to do that. You can have this, put your in-ear monitors on, or have your in-ear monitors, just swap the cable. It's that easy. Just swap the cable, and then you can talk and continue to work. It's amazing. That's like perfect. I think that's a big part of what it was designed for. The other aspect is I love that this price point, $150 is really, really cheap to get a pair of in-ear monitors. At the low end, most in-ear monitors start at the $250, $300 price mark. And that's for a set that's, you know, okay. My set of in-ear monitors, for instance, are $600 to give you guys an idea. And I don't even have, like, pro-grade ones. In-ear monitors, as opposed to over-ear monitors, are significantly more expensive because they're harder to make. It's just a fact that they're harder to make. And I know some people in the comments are going to be like, well, aren't in-ear monitors just earbuds? Isn't that just an earbud? No, in-ear monitors are specifically designed to capture a full range. As you saw, this pair of in-ear monitors, 10 hertz to 30 kilohertz. There's some frequencies in there that, you know, we can't straight up hear. We cannot hear above 22 kilohertz. That being said, it is noticeable. It adds detail up in those ranges. If whenever they're present, so you have all that clarity, all that detail. Of course, having that nice 10 hertz, we do hear that it comes across in all like we're not really able to determine what it is. It's indeterminable, but it's there. We can hear it. A lot of companies go with the standard 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz whenever they make a pair of earbuds. Most actually do 50 to 15 kilohertz. I know that my Samsung earbuds do 50 to 20 kilohertz. So that gives you guys an idea of like the difference between like in-ear monitors versus just a pair of earbuds. Of course, over-ear monitors can go up to stuff like 50 kilohertz and crazy things like that. Over-ear monitors are nuts. In-ear monitors are just significantly harder to do. A lot of people like them, though, because they feel it gives them more closeness, has better bass, all that kind of stuff. So, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing that I really like. This microphone. This microphone impressed the hell out of me. I don't know how they keep managing to do this over at Antlion. They're literally the people for headset microphones. They are really good at doing this. And with such a small frequency response, I would have figured that this would have sounded crunchier, would have sounded more tinny, or something. Maybe too mid-forward or something. It sounds for a headset microphone. Now, we are working with a tiny driver and a tiny little capsule inside of this thing. It's the entire reason why it's omnidirectional. I've explained this in other videos if you want to go watch those. But it's not going to be able to, of course, do something like this. That's unreasonable. But the fact of the matter is that it's able to do better than some, $10, $20, $30 microphones on the market, and it has the convenience factor of being on your head. I digress. This has always been a big perk of me with Antlion's products, is that the convenience factor is that it's right on your head. The Mod Mic Wireless stepped things up by making everything wireless, which changed the entire scene. There's literally nothing that compares to that. Wireless labs don't even compare, because they wireless lavaliers typically cost more. But off topic, let's talk about the thing that didn't impress me the most, and that's actually the sound quality of the in-ear monitors. Now, it's not a significant... these, like, sound good. Don't get me wrong. They sound good. There is a little... The low end sounds a little flat, and the top end sounds thin. It sounds like maybe there needs to be a little bit of EQ adjustment. It could even be just something as since these are at a lower price, some of the parts, cheaper made parts, nothing wrong with that, but you do get what you pay for whenever it comes to internals. Unfortunately, we haven't gotten to the point that the off-brand the off-brand stuff inside of products. We know that from Newer's stuff, or even the cheaper products can compare to the really high-end, really like meticulously made stuff yet. I'd love to see a day where that's happening, and we're getting close. A few years ago, $150 pair of ear monitors would have sounded like absolute crap overall. It would have sounded horrible. But these sound really good. And to an average consumer, if you're going to be buying these, I would imagine that most people that are going to buy the entire kit are going to be looking at maybe doing some YouTube editing, being online content creators, that kind of stuff. And these are perfect for that. I'm going to say it right off the bat. They're perfect for that. You can sit in with a couple of Discord calls, talk to your friends on that, edit your video at the same time. They sound perfect for that. I have a very tuned ear. I'm very picky. I've worked on personal projects that reach up into, upper craziness of sound editing. So I'm not the average consumer. I think as well, if we're being completely honest, the factor is that you can replace these in-ear monitors with anything. And that really works for me. If you want to progress in your career, you want to keep doing sound editing and everything, you can get another pair and keep the microphone. And Antlion's not gonna complain about it. Their entire thing was to get a microphone onto a headset, and they did that, and they did a damn good job of that. And you know what? The in-ear monitors definitely worth the price. I would 100% recommend these in-ear monitors to any beginner to I would say intermediate level, first time content creators that have, a couple of bucks to spare, because whenever you start off as a content creator, you don't have the money usually. You get what I'm saying. Or if you're starting to get serious about the content creation and you're looking at a pair of in-ear monitors, absolutely. And they'll last you forever if you let them. Because most content creators aren't crazy like me. So, do I like these? Absolutely. Everything about this kit, I was whenever I saw it, I was like, I have to review. They emailed me and I was like, I have to review this. I was like, this is like bridging the gap between the scene that I usually try to aim for, the gaming scene, and the prosumer audio scene, and it just does this, and it meshes them, and it does so much stuff beautifully, and I had to review them. So thank you, Antlion, for giving me this opportunity to review them. And guys, if you want to check them out, I will leave a link down in the description box below so that you can go check them out. I'll leave a link to their product page on their actual site. I was not informed if there was Amazon listing, but I will look for an Amazon listing. And if there is, I'll put it down there, both US and UK, of course, if there is one. But anyway, guys, I go get these pair. If you already got a pair in your monitors, you can get the microphone. I'll link down in the description box below too. But I want to thank you everybody so much for watching. Thank you, Antlion, once more for sending this product to me for a review. I really enjoyed it. And if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe. Check out some content I create, including links to see at the end of this video. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.